Good evening, friends. Today we will be discussing a very important order of Supreme Court. It is about the right to privacy and interest of national security. Let's then go through our lecture today. This is about the Pegasus case, Supreme Court's order on Pegasus. The Pegasus suite of spywares can allegedly be used to compromise the legal devices of an individual through zero-click vulnerabilities. That is, without requiring any action on the part of the target of the software. Once the software infiltrates an individual's device, it allegedly has the capacity to access the entire stored data on the device and has real-time access to emails, texts, phone calls, as well as the camera and sound recording capabilities of the device. Once the device is infiltrated using Pegasus, the entire control over the device is allegedly handed over to the Pegasus user, who can then remotely control all the functionalities of the device and switch different features on or off. In May 29, the global messaging giant WhatsApp identified a vulnerability in its software that enabled Pegasus spyware to infiltrate the devices of WhatsApp users. This news was followed by a disclosure that the devices of certain Indians were also affected, which fact was acknowledged by the then Honorable Minister of Law and Electronics and Information Technology in a statement made in the Parliament on 20th November 2019. On 18th July 2021, a consortium of nearly 17 journalistic organizations from around the world, including one Indian organization, released the results of a long investigative effort indicating the alleged use of the Pegasus software on several private individuals. This investigative effort was based on a list of some 50,000 leaked numbers, which were allegedly under surveillance by clients of the NSO group through the Pegasus software. Initially, it was discovered that nearly 300 of these numbers belong to Indians, many of whom are senior journalists, doctors, political persons, and even some court staff. At the time of filing of the writ petitions, nearly 10 Indian devices were allegedly forensically analyzed to confirm the presence of the Pegasus software. After all these allegations surfaced, many writs and PILs are filed in the Supreme Court regarding the inaction of the government of India on this spyware. At the outset, the court discussed certain nuances of right to privacy. Supreme Court in Puttaswamy, that is privacy case, 9 judges bench case versus Union of India, has held that privacy is a constitutionally protected right which emerges primarily from the guarantee of life and personal liberty in Article 21 of the Constitution. A law which encroaches upon privacy will have to withstand the touchstone of permissible restrictions on fundamental rights. An invasion of life or personal liberty must meet the threefold requirement of First, legality, which postulates the existence of law. Second, need, defined in terms of a legitimate state aim. And third, proportionality, which ensures a rational nexus between the object and the means adopted to achieve them. The right to privacy is directly infringed when there is surveillance or spying done on an individual, either by the state or by an external agency. But protecting privacy need not be fatal to security measures. It merely demands oversight and regulation. We can't progress in the debate between privacy and security because the debate itself is flawed. Court then referred Anuradha Bhasin case and highlighted the importance of freedom of the press in a modern democracy, as journalists are to be accommodated in reporting, and there is no justification for allowing a sword of Damocles to hang over the press indefinitely. An important and necessary corollary of such a right is to ensure the protection of sources of information. Protection of journalistic sources is one of the basic conditions for the freedom of the press. Without such a protection, sources may be deterred from assisting the press in informing the public on matters public interest. In this case, court is interested in examining the potential chilling effect of spying technology on press freedom and privacy of citizens alike. Court referred to Ram Jethmalani versus Union of India and held that Union of India should not take an adversarial position when the fundamental rights of citizens are at threat, and the burden of protection of fundamental rights is primarily the duty of the state. Consequently, unless constitutional grounds exist, the state may not act in a manner that hinders this court from rendering complete justice in such proceedings. The state has the duty generally to reveal all the facts and information in its possession to the court. The court considered the circumstances such as right to privacy and freedom of speech are alleged to be impacted, which needs to be examined. The entire citizenry is affected by such allegations due to the potential chilling effect. No clear stand taken by the Union of India regarding actions taken by it. Seriousness accorded to the allegations by foreign countries and involvement of foreign parties. Possibility that some foreign authority, agency, or private entity is involved in placing citizens of this country under surveillance. Allegations that the union or state governments are party to the rights deprivations of the citizens. Limitation under writ jurisdiction to delve into factual aspects. For instance, even the question of usage of the technology on citizens, which is the jurisdictional fact, is disputed and requires further factual examination. So these were the circumstances that were considered by the court. Hence, court constituted a technical committee comprising of 3 members, including those who are experts in cybersecurity, digital forensics, networks, and hardware, whose functioning will be overseen by a former judge, Supreme Court of India. The court gave the terms of reference, such as whether the Pegasus suite of spyware was used on phones or other devices of the citizens of India to access stored data, eavesdrop on conversations, intercept information, and or for any other purposes not explicitly stated herein. the details of the victims and or persons affected by such a spyware attack, what step actions have been taken by the Union of India after reports were published in the year 2019 about hacking of WhatsApp accounts of Indian citizens using the Pegasus suite of spyware, whether any Pegasus suite of spyware was acquired by the Union of India or any state government or any central or state agency for use against the citizen of India. If any governmental agency has used the Pegasus suite of spyware on the citizens of this country, under what law, rule, guideline, protocol, or lawful procedure was such deployment made? If any domestic entity or person has used the spyware on the citizens of this country, then is such a use authorized? So these were the terms of reference that the court gave and asked about. Thank you everyone for watching this.